Welcome to the Shantavia Chronicles, and I am your host, Miss Shantavia. Today we're going to talk about the Diddy trial and Hollywood in general, and this so-called thing of racketeering and sex trafficking. You know, they're talking about Diddy is the one that's sex trafficking and racketeering people and stuff like that, and his case is in the 6th week, and I don't really feel that, And so from the first witness of Cassie to the last one that was the last prosecution witness, that's the one that they're interviewing now. The last witness is being interviewed by the prosecution today. Yeah, he tussled with Cassie or what have you, but she got paid for that. That's called domestic violence and not sex trafficking or racketeering. And so, from the very beginning, even in these women testimonies, they know that Diddy was a playboy and that he would have multiple women while they dealt with him. And so I don't understand their anger because he told them, hey, you could barely sing, Cassie. I mean, she could barely hit a note during a little small concerts and stuff for her first album. And so how was she the next Beyonce or the next Mary J. Blige, and she can't even hold her concerts by herself? So no. And then these other women knew that Diddy had other women, and they probably couldn't find another job, and then they could barely sing or act or what have you. And so Diddy told them, hey, I want you to be my hoe or whatever. I want you to be my girl of the girls. But okay, if there's a business opportunity, there's a business opportunity. If not, I just want you to have sex with me. And that's what he told all of these women, even Cassie, from the very beginning. So I don't understand why they're taking this man to court and having this disarray on Diddy's name. And he told her from the beginning, no, I just want to have sex with you. I just want to have sex with you. And hello, guys. Welcome in to the Shantavia Chronicles. We're talking about the Diddy trial, Hollywood, and all the craziness going on. But yeah, Diddy told these women from the very beginning that he wanted them for sex. He told Cassie he wanted her for sex. He told even the Jane Doe. She was like, well, I don't want to be, a sex partner with you, but I'll do it if, I get to stay around. And eventually, Diddy will make me his star. Eventually, Diddy will make me his full-time lover. And he told these women, all of them, even to Cassie, that's not what I want. I want you to be my sex partner. If something arises, that you will be my person to go to for different events, but I want you for sex. That's about it. And so with that, I mean, I don't believe that he's going to jail because none of the witnesses have given me, what is that, sex trafficking or racketeering or whatever they're trying to charge this man with. And how can you go to different sex events for years? I can see maybe the first 3 times, okay, he's not doing nothing for me. Okay, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm going to be a woman. I'm gone. I'm about to go get me another job. I'm not going to sit around wait for Diddy because he showed me that he doesn't want a relationship and he does not want to respect me. So, hey, let me get peed in the mouth and stuff like that. I even got peed in the mouth the first time. So, Cassie, girl, And you knew you wasn't no Beyonce, Cassie. You knew you weren't no Mary J. Blige or anybody else, Kelly Price, but Cassie. So, what the heck? But today we're going to talk about how Hollywood and the higher up are coming after our black men. Because I waited around to the end of the trial before I even said words like this. And that's what they seem like they're doing. They're coming after our black men, these high elites, these high Nephilim slash, what is that? Shape-shifting, fallen angels of white men just coming after our people, and because they haven't shown anything about him being this person that they have led the world to believe. And get this, even in the what is that, the Tory Lanez slash Megan Thee Stallion case, they're about to give Tory Lanez a new trial because they got new evidence that he didn't even touch the gun. So how many black people, watch my last video, we talk about the demons and the fallen angels sitting inside the jail, scaring people off in the old buildings because they own them. Why can't they sit inside them? Why can't the fallen angels sit inside the buildings that they own? So yeah. So I never said this until now. Now you see, I waited towards the end of the prosecution list to say this. And I've reviewed the evidence in and out on every side. And that's what is given to me. And that's what they're giving to me with the videos with Tory Lanez. And I'm going to show you a video about Tory Lanez and Diddy right now about how they're being framed by the higher elite trying to take us down. Even 50 Cent said possibly that Diddy might be taken down because of his money and his fame and being a person of color. So y'all know 50 Cent don't like Diddy. So if 50 Cent says this, it's got to be a little tiny bit of truth in it. So we're going to view that video. And the person that I'm reviewing the video from is called, his name is Noah Jacob. And he's a YouTuber, so go check him out. I'm going to show his subscription. He will be in his description box. And so let's get into it. All right. Okay, these freaking commercials be killing me. Okay.
Are you working more than 40 hours per week and not getting paid overtime? Call Kaz Law Firm. Does your employer
own
dominant ethnic group in the region?
While the reality of what the elites are truly doing on these Caribbean islands.
Okay, let's go.
Though the general public sees the Caribbean islands as solely a vacation destination full of sun, crystal water, and good times, for the majority of the full-time residents of these islands, life is far from a vacation.
While exact figures vary, the majority of the Caribbean population is of African descent. In many Caribbean countries, the black population constitutes over 70% of the total population, making Afro-Caribbeans the dominant ethnic group in the region.
While the reality of what the elites are truly doing on these Caribbean islands is so beyond what your average American can comprehend, it confirms there's validity in the phrase, truth is stranger than fiction.
The duration of the film Blink Twice is 1 hour and 42 minutes. As we have covered in the past, the number 42 holds considerable spiritual significance for these Masonic alumnus, symbolizing gateways, crossroads, and avenues for profound change and transformation.
Metamorphosis.
It's the explosive lawsuit that's prompted comparisons to Jeffrey Epstein and the island where he is alleged to have molested young girls. But this case involves a well-known fashion executive. Lisa Guerrero traveled to his Caribbean compound where a number of women claimed they were victims of what they call a sex trafficking ring.
He's a Winnipeg fashion icon.
Peter Nygaard.
Peter Nygaard.
If I felt any better, I'd be dangerous. Stem cell technology that Peter and I are investing in is called SCNT, which takes the egg of a young, perfect woman specimen, takes the egg and takes out the nucleus and puts our DNA in the nucleus.
Look how they looking at him.
Go ahead and take it out.
It's painful, right?
Huh?
Is it painful?
Yeah, a little bit.
Look how they look at this man, this Caucasian man, as they drink. They look scared for their lives. And they ought to be. He got caught. Not everybody, but they get caught sometime.
And this is part of this genetic greatness that we don't see in any other race on the planet. These curvy, sexy black women from Africa. You girls have a kind of a monopoly on this genetic perfection, and we want some of that.
Holding us hostage.
That's like $60,000 for the eggs. Yeah. If you have abortion, that's very valuable. Umbilical cord, placenta, even your period blood is so rich with stem cells.
He's saying it. The women look scared out of their mouth. Like, if this guy, Peter, this old white rich guy, Peter Knocker, gonna bust me over the head and drink my period blood and steal my organs and crap. They look scared out of their damn minds, and they should be. This shit is, you heard it out of his mouth. It's not auto-tune. It's not no, what is that, computer glitch. You see them. You see how eager he is to talk to this black African woman to steal her cells and her freaking period blood. What the fuck? These people crazy out here. These people crazy out here.
The Bahamas is in the middle of what appears to be an international human smuggling operation believed to be linked to the sale of human organs.
When there was a priority.
I mean, I feel like it's just quite obvious that those two individuals, those two men that were speaking, were just a bit off. Like, what they were speaking about was odd. The way they were just talking, yeah, black women are beautiful, but the energy, like, that's being given off by them is just weird.
For drugs. Now the biggest business is human trafficking. Selling organs. Let's get real now.
In the Bahamas?
Let's get real.
Yes.
Human trafficking and selling organs in the Bahamas?
In the Bahamas.
We regard it as waste, and it actually should be. It should be captured as recycled. And it shouldn't go to waste. It's life for somebody else. It's life for mankind.
Our investigation indicates that Nygaard has impregnated numerous women, girls, intentionally, paid for their abortion, got the stem cells and injected them into himself to further his life, believing it's the fountain of youth.
He wants to live forever.
One of the best things are 63.
That's obviously demonic and satanic. Literally doing that intention to have an abortion. He doesn't want to die because he understands that he ain't put his faith in Jesus Christ. So he don't want to accept it.
Those are the best things. As you get older, your eggs get weaker and weaker.
Wait, if you've taken Uber since 2019, this is the money glitch that's getting women properly compensated.
Yeah, that's what it is. They want our organs. You heard it out of their mouth. He has a freaking... Oh, shit. He has a freaking harvesting farm in 2020. He got caught 2020. That's 5 years ago. Harvesting black women to get pregnant so he could steal their stem cells and their, placenta, so his white crazy rich behind could live forever. Real wanted. He got caught. He's on the news, holding us hostage. But they trying to blame Diddy and say Diddy's one of these people. Diddy's black as hell. He don't need no stem cells from. He came out of a black woman. He don't need no stem cells. He don't need to hold nobody hostage. Nobody hostage. He don't need to have no breeding farm. What the fuck? In the 2000s? Let's watch some more of this crazy stuff. Jesus Christ.
America and U.S. gymnastics.
As you get older, your eggs get weaker.
According to a new report published in the New York Times, Epstein wanted to use the ranch for controlled breeding, using his DNA to improve humanity. Citing 2 award-winning scientists and an advisor to large companies and wealthy individuals, the article reports Epstein surrounded himself with leading scientists and would tell them he wanted to have 20 women impregnated at a time on the ranch.
In a recent interview on Iconic, Juliette Bryant.
Now, everybody was like, Epstein is innocent. Those women are lying. He had a mother freaking ranch where he breeded black women for skin cells. What the hell? He needs to go to jail for that too. I don't know if he held them hostage, but oh yeah, he did hold some women hostage. Look in the files for Epstein's jail record. Epstein also had black women hostage for breeding. These are the type of people that's out there with these billions of dollars, living a life, kidnapping and holding people hostage. What the hell? That is not what's going on in the Diddy trial, people. I don't care how much you don't like Diddy. Diddy is not having no form out here holding no woman hostage. Cassie was not held hostage. The Jane Doe 1, Jane Doe 2 was not being held hostage. This is all cap. What the hell? Let that black man go. Let all these black men go. These are the real people out here doing the stuff. Yeah, these people right there. Back to the video before I get mad.
Who was kidnapped by Jeffrey Epstein for 2 years.
And I still want to know why exactly I was taking it.
2 motherfucking years? Are you serious? And he just went to jail? Cassie could come when the hell, leave when the hell she wanted to. Jane Doe and Jane Doe 3, all them hoes could leave whenever they wanted to. What the hell? So could Capricorn or Aries or Cancer, whatever that girl name is. Please, 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 please do not put Diddy's name near no sex trafficking / racketeering bullshit. And y'all barely took Epstein or Weinstein or all them other things. All cap, let these black men go, let Tory Lanez go, hashtag free Diddy, hashtag free Tory Lanez, hashtag free me from Disney Studios. Cause that's what I'm probably dealing with. These weirdos out here, right?
Because there's a lot more weird stuff going on.
Transhumanism.
The kind of cloning DNA part that he was obviously transhumanism that he was interested in. Did that come up anywhere? Did you see any signs?
Well,
I mean, obviously there's scientists.
I'm just going to put it out there right now. I woke up in a laboratory there one night.
Wow.
These are the things I haven't wanted to talk about because it's frightening. But there were scientists there, and I woke up one night in a laboratory, paralyzed and naked on a table. I would like to be lie detected on this. There are other weird things that I saw. I saw Epstein shift in front of my eyes. It was very, very frightening.
Now, y'all talking about in the comments that I'm crazy. There's no such things of shapeshifter, the Nephilim. Y'all crazy, making up all this stuff, this imaginary stuff. You heard Julie? Why should you have to lie? Epstein went to jail for holding this woman hostage, captive for 2 freaking years in this island. She said in the deposition that took Epstein to jail that he shaped shift before her mother freaking eyes. How many times do we need to tell you? Disney, Weinstein with Warner Brothers. These are not humans, that regular smuggler humans that we're dealing with out here. This is something else. And they say they needed to live forever, but I think there's something else going on with that, because humans make their own bodies fluids and what have you. Why do you need all this stuff? Why do you need to breed 20 women at a time and hold them captive? Something sinister is really going on there. And these people just went to jail. And what the hell? And y'all talking about Diddy and this threesomes that he had, talking about giving him life, like he got an island breeding women. What the hell? And he's holding women hostage, captive for 2 years? You gotta be kidding me. Let's listen to Julie again. And she said something about Liberace. I thought he was awesome and a rich person. He's holding people captive too? What the hell? We need to put him in the books of being a criminal, sex trafficker, rapist. If y'all want to grab Diddy and you want to grab Tory Lanez, what the hell? So let's listen to Miss Julie again.
Juliette Bryant, who was kidnapped by Jeffrey Epstein for 2 years.
You know, and I still want to know why exactly I was taken there, because there's a lot more weird stuff going on.
Transhumanism.
The kind of cloning DNA part that he was obviously transhumanism that he was interested in. Did that come up anywhere? Did you see any signs?
Well,
I mean, obviously there's scientists.
I'm just going to put it out there right now. I woke up in a laboratory there one night.
Wow.
You know, these are the things I haven't wanted to talk about because it's frightening. But there were scientists there, you know, and I woke up one night in a laboratory, paralyzed and...
I'm scared too, y'all, but this is what I have to deal with, trying to get my money from Disney. The shapeshifters of Disney. So, and whoever Diddy's going against. So let's do this.
Take it on a table. I would like to be lie detected on this. You know, there are other weird things that I saw. I saw Epstein shift in front of my eyes. It was very, very frightening. And it's just something that I had to explain to myself because I saw him turn into something.
She saw him shapeshift. Oh, demon.
Glenn Maxwell is founder and president of the Terramar Project, a nonprofit whose mission is to create a global ocean community to protect and promote sustainable development of the ocean.
Ghislaine Maxwell was fascinated by...
Okay. Miss Maxwell, Epstein's right-hand woman. Why do you need to develop anything in the ocean? It's fish, right? Just fish and more fish and dolphins and whales. What could you be developing in the ocean? Humans are on the earth, walking on land. Why do we need to be in the ocean developing anything? Fish can't talk. Fish can't breathe. Fish don't go to school. Why do you need to develop fish? What kind of fish are we talking about, Miss Maxine? Maxine, what type of fish are we talking about that you need to develop? I see fish every day. They don't talk. They don't do math problems. They don't solve equations. They don't clean nothing. Fish is, what is that? Incoherent. So what do you need to develop in the ocean, Miss Maxine / Epstein? What did Epstein need to develop in the ocean? Other than fish and, what is that, crabs and seaweed. But you gonna kill us for the seaweed and the incoherent fish? This doesn't make sense. Something sinister has to be going on here. This is not making sense. Kidnapping women to do stuff in the ocean? What the heck is going on here? Back to the video. Yeah.
Atlantis. She was part of a network of people who were attempting to excavate Atlantis and reconstruct its knowledge. I mean, she was an expert diver, so her and Jeffrey Epstein had this submarine called Atlantis, the Atlantis submarine. And not only would she be diving on Atlantean ruins in the Caribbean and Bahamas region. Scientists specializing in things like quantum gravity and gene splicing were being taken down in the Atlantis submarine is because she was also interested in reconstructing the knowledge of that civilization.
Never sue the other driver after a car accident. There's a better way to get paid a way bigger check without having to go to court or pay expensive upfront.
Is because she was also interested in reconstructing the knowledge of that
Wow.
civilization.
So yeah, this is crazy.
New reporting from the New York Times outlines numerous meetings between Gates and Epstein and a conversation with Bill and Melinda Gates' foundation, a connection between their foundation and JP Morgan to set up a charitable fund that would financially benefit Epstein.
It's an island called Memba, and it's owned by Bill Gates. It's a private island also, and you cannot get on the island. You get a big fine if you try to get on the island, but you have some of the best snorkeling just outside of the island, so that's what we will be doing now. And also, you can see dolphins around this island. We passed by Bill Gates' private island. There's a
Look at this video some more.
The spellcasters are already hard at work, preconditioning this next generation of the daughters of Zion to subconsciously consent to the defiling of their holy temples.
To the garden, darling, I will wait for you. Here I will sit till morning like true lovers do.
All right, yes, we was having a little technical difficulties, but thank God I have an iPhone and they let me resume. So we're gonna try to get quickly because I am plugged up. I just got my other phone, but yeah, it's not charged already. So of course, they're gonna bring in my company that I deal with, Mr. and Mrs. Disney Studios. Yeah, we talking about what is it, Jeffrey Epstein and his billions of dollars and his breeding farms and stem cell researches, and Bill Gates, his best friend, and we talk about Bill Gates, and also Weinstein as well, making billions of dollars for Warner Brothers. Yeah, we definitely gonna talk about Disney Studios, who I work for. So let's finish this video before the phone dies again. All right.
She's black! Oh, there's a black woman! She's like
Okay, let's go a little bit.
Many of them are mesmerized, watching a cherished fairy tale.
Preconditioning this next generation of the daughters of Zion to subconsciously consent to the defiling of their holy temples.
to the garden, darling, I will wait for you. Here I will sit till morning like true lovers do. Wish I could be.
The new trailer for The Little Mermaid is generating extraordinary reaction, especially among black girls.
She's black! Oh, there's a black woman! She's like me!
Many of them are mesmerized, watching a cherished fairy tale character who looks just like them. 22-year-old actress Halle Bailey stars as Ariel in Disney's new live-action film.
She's black!
And all she has to do is look at the excitement of the little girls embracing her.
She's black!
To subconsciously consent to the defiling of their holy temples.
Come to the garden, darling, I will wait for you. Here I will sit till morning like lovers do.
Today, push harder, push forward, push vigorously. There are things that I am
Oh shit, these commercials be getting on my nerves. Okay, we're gonna look at another part of this video. And okay, we're gonna talk about Diddy. Okay. Yeah. Now we're gonna talk about Diddy again, and his threesomes that they're talking about is like Jeffrey Epstein size or Weinstein size, and he only had like a small hotel room. So let's go. Yeah.
There were people that did voodoo. She had this one stalker that always followed her after school, and one day she was running away from him, had to go through the woods. Next thing she heard was galloping behind her. She looks back, she saw a half man, half horse. That's when I hear a story about Jeffrey Epstein, how this victim saw him shapeshift. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I 100% believe it, but I don't 100% discredit it.
Pan don't want you to notice their occult signs and symbols. They want you to focus solely on P. Diddy.
Yeah, I have an island. It's a racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, and prostitution. I got an island, it's called Love Island. So when I took you to Love Island, and then you realize that, you know, the plane landed, and then we had to float to another island. What was going through your head when we were going there?
Though P. Diddy was initiated, though he bowed and kissed the ring, all of his current problems began when he decided to bite the proverbial hand that feeds him.
Sean Combs served as brand ambassador for Ciroc, netting him over $60 million a year. But when the All About the Benjamins rapper and record executive decided to sue Ciroc's parent company, Diageo, for racial discrimination, he inadvertently positioned himself in direct opposition to some of the oldest, most powerful and dangerous European aristocratic family dynasties known to man. Ciroc is a brand under the ownership of Diageo, which is in turn owned by the Guinness family. Notably, Anita Patience Guinness from the Guinness family solidified an alliance with the Rothschild Banking dynasty through marriage.
Yep, there go those names, the Rothschilds and the other one, Rockefeller. Those 8 families I told you about. See, this guy who I did the video about, Noah Jacob, he has a story of shape-shifting that plagued his family members. So, and I showed you the Pocahontas animated voice person being hunted by dark shadows. You see it on the hotel footage and also on the LAPD footage. What are we lying about? Disney, Universal, Warner Brothers, all of these people are unhuman-like. So let's go back to it.
To Amshel Mayor James Rothschild, establishing a blood connection between the two blue-blooded families. In January 2023, Sir Ivan Menendez, the CEO of Diageo, was bestowed the royal knighthood by King Charles of England. This significant event coincided with Diddy's lawsuit and subsequent downfall.
You have the experience with major corporations like me, my particular.
And now we will hear from 50 Cent. Diddy's best friend 50 Cent will even cohorts Diddy's and other naysayers of Diddy, hashtag Diddy's freedom, will cohorts what we have all been saying, that the higher ups are going after black men. Yes, the higher ups are going after black men. This Nephilim, this fallen angel people are going after black men. And Diddy's best friend, 50 Cent, will say that in this next clip. Let's go.
The experience with Singa Tory, it was great in the beginning. It's great for us to work for them. It's not so cool when you...
In turn, owned by the Guinness family. Notably, Anita Patience Guinness from the Guinness family solidified an alliance with the Rothschild banking dynasty through marriage to Amstel Mayor James Rothschild, establishing a blood connection between the two blue-blooded families. In January 2023, Sir Ivan Menendez, the CEO of Diageo, was bestowed the royal knighthood by King Charles of England. This significant event coincided with Diddy's lawsuit and subsequent downfall.
You have the experience with major corporations, like me, my particular experience with Singa Tory, it was great in the beginning. It's great for us to work for them. It's not so cool when you start to own things. You see what I'm saying? So I made a lot of money with them too. Like, there's a point, they did a deal that mirrored what Puffy's deal with Diageo was, or Ciroc. So he didn't have ownership of that at any point, but he was getting a lot of money, like almost like $60 million a year at one point. So you see him go to Daily On is when you see him have some issues. And these people have really strong relationships. Don't think that the civil case doesn't turn into a criminal case faster because he's making them uncomfortable. That's a big part of it. The spirits business is not governed. They got a discus board that they created, right? If you got two companies that...
So basically what I heard about that situation is that Diddy was getting a very, very small percentage of all the Ciroc that was sold, the original Ciroc. But they were able to work out a deal that all the flavored Cirocs, he would get probably about like 50%, if not 100%, but he got a much larger percentage of the sales that were sold for that type of, for the flavored ones instead of the original ones. And then he ended up going over to Diddy.None, but the worst thing that he did was file a discrimination lawsuit.
And yep, 50 Cent, Diddy's best friend, said it himself. He's being targeted. They like you to work for them. They even like you to make some money. But when you start owning stuff, when you start putting your black name on stuff, then there's a problem. Then that's when all the stuff starts happening. You start seeing stuff allegedly. You've been going to jail allegedly. You've been going crazy allegedly. Yeah. Yeah. And they even got this is one video. They even got my company, Disney, on here as well, doing whatever. I'm like, what are they doing with the sea? I thought, all these stories were made up by Disney. Who in the hell is Epstein and Maxine, whatever her name is? Well, who are they reconstructing in the ocean? So, what the hell? It's people out here who need reconstruction, but they're going to the ocean to reconstruct the ocean with these fish, these incoherent fish, these incoherent crabs and seafood. What the hell are they recreating? It's just water and seaweed down there. So, yeah, something crazy and sinister. So, before my phone dies, we will go to the Tory Lanez, another black man who is being taken advantage of by the system, but finally getting his rightful trial. So let's go with Tory Lanez now. These commercials. Oh my God. These commercials. Okay, let's go back.
Shout out to the True Lanez. He's on.
And this is, whoa, wrong place. Shoot. And this is the second video by our same videographer, Noah Jacob. Noah Jacob, go check Noah Jacob out on the YouTube right now. Mr. Noah Jacob is doing his thing. He has a whole bunch of subscribers, and let's go. Yeah, hold on. He's on Noah Jacob TV. This is his video right here, Mr. Noah Jacob. So let's look at Tory Lanez.
Gonna be in the comments section talking about, you're wrong. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I really don't ever care. And I know a lot of people are gonna be in the comments saying, oh no, put a shirt on, If you hate and you want to get fit too, just DM me.
That's sweet.
DM me fit, and I got you. I'll help you out. Ain't no reason to hate that I'm fit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no reason to hate. Just DM me fit, and I got you. But in this video right here, we got the new video evidence that will free Tory Lanez. Hold up. Yeah, I don't think I've fully absorbed what this title is saying. The new video evidence that will free Tory Lanez. What does that mean?
Get it out.
Family. Once Tory Lanez gets free, he is now a free man.
Amen, amen.
Which means that he now has freedom of speech. He has freedom of location. He has freedom to do what he wants. If he wants to come on the internet and talk what he wants to fucking talk, he can talk what he wants to talk. If he wants to expose Megan Thee Stallion, if he wants to expose Rock Nation, he can say all of that. What does this mean? We are currently watching the fall of the entire music industry as we know it. Why do you think that the new generation, the streamer, why do you think Trump is talking about it in the news? Come on, man. We getting off topic though. We're getting completely off topic. We're on the Tory Lanez situation.
Yes, we are.
Okay, we're gonna get back on that situation, family. New evidence has arose. Okay. Shout out to the Truth Is. He's the one who posted this video. Got 43K in 14 hours. But the thing is, this is the thing. More people need to see it. More people need to know it. There's so many people in this world that don't understand what's really going on in this fucking world when it comes to the battle between good and evil. So many people that do not.
I know, Noah. I know. Yeah, I know. With Disney and my research on Disney and the things that I'm going through right now, I'm seeing similarities in other people that was in Hollywood. So I know, Noah. But I'm going to get this video of Tory Lanez out for you. And we're going to free Tory Lanez. Free Tory Lanez. So let's go.
We need to have more people understand this, so more people can at least be aware. You know what I'm saying? Without further ado, let's get straight into this video. The new video evidence that will free Tory Lanez.
Recovering after being brutally attacked in prison by a man serving life. This all happened.
Oh, no. We're gonna get through it. We're going through, but we're gonna get through it.
Days after Tory's team had reached out to Megan and Kelsey regarding a new witness testimony, this attack sparked speculation that Tory could have been targeted by people who don't want to see him freed. Now things are taking another turn as Tory's defense team has come out claiming that they have new camera footage that could prove his innocence. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth and About the update. None of us besides Tory, Kelsey, Megan, and their security guard knows what truly happened that night. What we do know is that a lot of this situation doesn't make any sense. Some people think that I'm talking about this because I'm a fan of Tory Lanez. Honestly and truthfully, I'm not. I've never really... The reason record labels had put on him, Tory refused to continue to be a slave and managed to honorably deny re-signing to choose to be independent. The record labels didn't want to see that happen, so this all took place. Since the very beginning, there has been so many inconsistencies with this situation, things that don't add up from either side. Honestly, Meg, Kelsey, and even Tory have made the situation hard to believe, but
I'm about to get a water, but I'm still listening, y'all.
the one thing I confidently feel is that Meg is lying about Tory shooting her. I'm not saying she didn't get shot, as again I wasn't there, even though she did initially claim she had stepped on glass and wasn't shot. But Meg does claim now that she was shot and a gun was discharged that night, as there was several 911 calls to indicate that. The only thing is...
Yo, if you watching with a dry ass mouth and you have calm mouth right now, go get a bev, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go get a bev. We cannot be watching this video bevless. It's that simple.
Don't understand why in the world Tory would have shot Meg. Why would he have gotten out of the car, chased her down, and shot at her when she wasn't a threat to him and was walking away? Why would he have had to pull out a weapon and use it on someone who wasn't a threat to him?
What? She was walking away? Megan was walking away from Tory Lanez. Megan was walking away from Tory Lanez. What the hell?
At all. Well, according to Tory, he didn't shoot Megan. He claims it was Kelsey. As recently, he spoke with Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked and told him that Kelsey was who shot Meg. He even claimed that he took the rap for Kelsey because he didn't want to see her go to prison. This makes sense because Tory was not only dating her, but never blamed her for anything.
In the text message between Tory and I said, how are you? How you been? He said, incredible, in very high spirits and preparing to physically come home this year. I said, when? I need to come in there and get an interview, LOL. He said, I can't say exact days, but I know I'll be home this year. I said, how long you been gone? I'm so confused by your case. He said, actually, I have a crazy plan when I get back that I think you should know and be a part of because I'm only going to do one interview. And he said he's been gone 2.5 years. I said, I want to be a part of that plan. He said, it's honestly a bunch of suppressed evidence that was kept away from me during trial. I said, Wack told me that, but didn't say what. He said, like, through trial, they keep saying it was inconclusive on the gun DNA, but I always knew I never touched the gun, so I asked my lawyer to retest it, and sure enough, I was 102% excluded completely from everything, just like I said.
You heard it first, right here and on Noah Jacobs. Tory Lanez has no fingerprints on the gun. No fingerprints of Tory Lanez's gun. Tory Lanez's gun. No fingerprints on the gun for Tory Lanez. No fingerprints. That gun has Tory Lanez's fingerprints not on it. Not on it.
I said, well, why didn't you just say who did it? He said, I took the rap for Kelsey, never wanted her to go to jail, and I never wanted Megan to get hurt or anything. So in me stopping her from getting shot, I got the raw deal. Crazy how life works. And
wow. So realistically, what this nigga Tory is saying right now is that this man was a stand-up dude. This is what he's saying, allegedly. Okay, allegedly. We're gonna go off of what allegedly is being said. Now, is he in jail for something that he is proven 100% without a doubt to be convicted for? Who knows? Because we're saying that we have new evidence. But he's saying that he went to jail to, first off, protect Kelsey so she doesn't have to experience prison. And also protect Megan so she doesn't have to experience prison. Let's continue.
It made me the poster boy for the unprotection of black women, when in all honesty, I protected 2 black women, one from getting shot and one from going to jail. That said nothing in 8 to 10 years for them to live. It's a crazy, crazy place we live in. I said, but why you ain't just say that? And he said, I lost my mother at 11 years old. I couldn't sleep with myself. I was the reason for taking a mother away from her kid. I just couldn't do it. Tory Lanez.
Wow. According to Jason Lee, Tory told him Kelsey was the one who shot Meg. He claims all he tried to do was break up the fight after Kelsey started shooting at Meg. Now, the reason I believe Meg didn't want to be honest about Kelsey doing it was because Rock Nation likely coached her. A representative of Rock Nation was present when Megan was questioned, which is strange. The same representative was at the trial as well. They used this perfect narrative to make Meg look like a victim who was abused by a short-tempered man. which sounds so much better than Meg getting shot by her own friend because she took her boyfriend. Tory is adamant.
You know, family, and sometimes we can't even look at Megan Thee Stallion as like the person that's just like fucking horrible. Like, if there's anyone that we're looking at in this situation as being fucking horrible, it's the label itself, because they're the one that devised this entire wicked ass plan. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're the ones that are completely money hungry. When it comes, they're the ones that need to control the entire industry. It's not Megan Thee Stallion. She's just a fucking puppet. She's just being controlled by them. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what threats are being made. We don't know what's being said behind closed doors. She signed the deal. She probably didn't even know what deal she was signing. Do you feel what I'm saying? Like, when you want to get some money making music and you sign the deal, you don't know what it consists of.
Megan, he claims Kelsey did. This is quite interesting because Kelsey herself hasn't come out and said anything denying or confirming this. Just like in the trial, she claims to have lied or forgotten.
Kelsey look kind of good. But she might have to go to jail. She might have to get locked up after this new evidence, though. You feel what I'm saying? It is what it is, bro. But she do look kind of good.
What she told the prosecution. You tell me what seems more believable. Tory shoots a non-threatening Meg Thee Stallion over a non-physical altercation, or Kelsey shooting Meg after it was already proven they were fighting because Meg had stolen her boyfriend. They literally were fighting each other over Tory Lanez and the betrayal that Meg did to Kelsey. Add this to the initial story told by one of the witnesses named Sean Kelly, and you see that Kelsey most likely did this. Kelly testified under oath that while he believes one of the girls fired the first shot, he saw the smaller gentleman fire 4 or 5 shots in quick succession, causing a woman to fall to the ground bleeding. Now, according to Tory, when he went in to stop Kelsey from shooting Meg, the gun went off, and that's why it looks like he shot the gun. One thing that I've been thinking about a lot was the fact that Meg stopped being friends with Kelsey after this situation. If you think about it, if Kelsey actually shot Meg, it would perfectly explain why they stopped being friends after that day. Meg knows Kelsey tried to end her over jealousy. To many people, it's pretty clear what happened.
I mean, for anyone that doesn't believe that Tory Lanez didn't do it, why would they stop becoming friends that day? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would they?
And according to Tory's team, they have even more evidence to prove he's innocent. A few days back, I covered the breaking news update that was released by Tory's team after he was targeted in prison. According to his team, Kelsey's own bodyguard had come out and confessed that he overheard Kelsey admitting she shot Meg. Tory's team made the assertion that because of Kelsey's bodyguard saying this, and they reached out.
Bro, first off, I feel like I want to say rest in peace to this nigga Tory, but he's not dead, fortunately. But he was stabbed 14 times, so prayers go out to Tory Lanez for real. He was stabbed 14 times. He's a human being at the end of the day. He was stabbed 14 fucking times. Being stabbed once is absolutely insane, but he was stabbed 14 times, bro. And that's especially sad, something that he didn't do.
Out to Megan and Kelsey, Tory was targeted in prison in an attempt to silence him forever.
Information in Unite the People's possession regarding a statement that was given to Unite the People by someone with information relevant to that case. The New York Post recently reached out to prior District Attorney George Gascon, Megan Pete and her representatives, and Kelsey Harris and her representatives. The only party that responded last week was Megan Pete's representative with a request for more information. A few days later, Mr. Peterson's brutally attacked in his jail cell. Unite the People represents Daystar Peterson in his appellate process. We filed an appellate brief and a writ of habeas corpus on his behalf. The district attorney's office has already responded. The case is fully briefed. We're just waiting for the appellate court's decision. We were willing to wait for the appellate process to play out. But given that brutal, unprovoked attack, we felt it necessary to come here today to provide you with this information. It is our intention to make a request to the governor to either pardon or commute the sentence of Mr. Peterson, so that when he recovers from this attack, he's not returned to a jail cell.
Another pardon, a new case, or another pardon. That's what's up.
That he's allowed to go home and recover.
You walk like a penguin. That's what my ex-mother-in-law said as I headed to the kitchen for my third plate of
these commercials, Jesus. But yeah, it's real out here.
Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Ms. Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People. And that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something.
Bro, this is the thing, like, at the end of the day, these two girls right here, Megan Thee Stallion and Kelsey, they're just girls, bro. And 10 times out of 10, a girl is gonna follow the most influential man that's in her life. Now, if for Megan Thee Stallion, the most influential man that's in her life was
Oh, here we go. I don't know what he's talking about, but that part. But yeah, you see, it's real out here. People are lying. People are getting life sentences back to back for crazy stuff. Never touched a gun, never touched stuff, and going to jail. And they were just fine one day in this music industry, this, television industry, this movie industry would just suck you up and leave you out to dry. So it's in the video and the proof is in the pudding. So just hopefully I get my money from Disney Studios pretty soon, so I won't be going what I'm going through. And yeah, my phone is about to die, so I'm about to get rid of this video. In this video pretty soon. Yeah, it's a lot of weird stuff happening. So yeah, this is my take. Diddy, free Tory Lanez, free Shantavia. You guys have a great day, and see you next time. Bye.